and welcome back to BPC High School here for the second game of the afternoon. As we've had multiple in the morning, I'm Ken Suter alongside Dwayne Hewlett. Going to take over for play-by-play and let Dwayne get a little break, get some color action. West Hancock versus Illini Bluffs will be coming up. It's going to be an exciting game with Illini Bluffs being able to have that tall height, able to run around a little bit against a West Hancock team that likes to slow down, run on offense, and kind of be more decisive about their moves.
Yeah, it'll be a little different. This is Illini Bluffs is the longest, tallest, widest team. You know, they got the wingspan greater than any team in this tournament. Bringing Devin White back in the morning game proved to be a huge difference for Illini Bluffs, and I think that will be a huge difference in this game as well. He adds a lot of length, a lot of speed, and some great ball handling skills as well. So I'm interested to see how this game turns out. I really feel like with the addition of White that this Illini Bluffs team would have been battling for third, maybe second or first had they had White through the middle stages of this. He looked really good this morning.
He was amazing before he got hurt in that game early on Tuesday. And the great thing that he brings is that pure point guard presence of being able to dish it out, play a little bit of defense, as this Illini Bluffs has, you know, the height, but they also have some really defensive scrappiness. As I pointed out, Nick Stevenson, there's one of 4 upperclassmen that this team has, is a great defensive-minded guard, but he just doesn't have the offensive capabilities that White will help give the Tigers a little bit of a jump start, probably around the beginning of the game.
Kaz Merrick, number 42, is kind of their brute that will probably be the most active for this team. And then with Robertson probably not playing as much because Devin White will be playing, it'll be a little bit different. Looks like White is not going to start again. Stevenson, I mean, I get the 2 11s mixed up. Stevenson will be the starter again, but expect Devin White to come off the bench and play quite a bit. I was surprised to see him this morning because we were told that he was not going to play for a couple weeks by the coaching staff Wednesday, I think it was. And 2 days later, he's back here playing. So
one player,
Stevenson, as we said, is starting. Colin Lemaire for the Titans. Toby Cooper has really stepped up and playing much better.
Has a really good range with that shot as well.
Gage Scott, a sophomore, stepping up and playing in Siegfried's stead. Coates has played pretty well too, Brandon Coates. And then Gerhardt, number 10, Brian. Number 32, Hank Alvey. That kid's going to be a good one.
6'6", can pretty much do everything. He's only a sophomore.
Alec Himes starting. And the man in the middle, number 42, Ben Kazmarek. Luke Jacko, the game winner from the game earlier today, as he beat West Prairie with a last-second shot. Literally, the buzzer was going off before the ball came out of the net. He rebounded a miss and got the win for his team. I asked Coach Dahl how many lunches and dinners he had to buy him, or if he was buying him anything special. He said he could have all the blizzards he wants at Dairy Queen.
That's one thing this tournament has given, is a lot of business to Dairy Queen and Hardee's.
Yeah.
I've got 2 buddies that work at Hardee's, and they say they can't even sit down in most times. So we get ready for a tip-off. It's going to go right to Gerhardt. West Hancock starting off. Lemaire with the ball. He's just a really great passer, just knows exactly right where he wants to get it. Gerhardt's going to look to drive. Dishes out to Scott. West Hancock going to try and find some. Lemaire goes to drive, and he'll lose it. Tipped off by Alvey, so it will stay with the Titans.
Yeah, Lemaire drove down the lane, got up in the air, and didn't really have anything he could do with it, so he had to try to wrap it around and got lucky to throw it off Alvey out of bounds.
Scott takes a wide open shot for Jacko, and he will get the first 2 points. Coates will take up the ball now. It's out to Stevenson. Stevenson's going to look around, tries to find the open man down low. Kazmarek finds Alvey, and Alvey's going to try and get around, and he will for the point. Looked like Himes kind of fell over on purpose or on accident. A little iffy down low.
A little pushing and shoving there between Cooper and Lemaire.
Both of these teams really do play a real physical game, so it'll be really exciting to see how the rest will take that one as Alera loses his balance, gets it out to Himes. Himes going to drive, and he'll lay that one up off the backside. Rebounded by Jacko.
Lemaire is a little more out of control than we've seen him. Colin Lemaire had been pretty, slow, not slow, but just very much under control, methodical. But there's a look down to Jacko from Himes. He throws it out to Lemaire, who saves it in, but it's stolen away. Now it's going to be Stevenson is going to lose it out of bounds as Coates went to him a little high, and he couldn't bring it back down.
Coates went to pass Stevenson like he'd pass Alvey.
Yeah, that's pretty much would have been right in Alvey's mug, but it was a foot above Stevens' head.
6:15 remaining as Himes going to push through Cooper. Going to try and slow it down a little bit, as Hancock likes to get their type of game going. Gerhardt doesn't have anybody to pass to. He needs to get rid of it or do something, as they'll call the 5. And
somebody needs to go to him. Nobody was going to him. They were actually all running away from him. When they were trying to get open, they were running away from him. They need to fake away and come to him and get the ball from him, but nobody did that in that scenario.
Just kind of have to pay attention and see situations that you're put in. It's going to go down low to Alvey. It's going to be tipped by Jacko. Alvey will go up, and that will go in.
Alvey has to be less selfish sometimes. He had a good look at a basket, but tried to pass that across the lane instead. When you're as tall as he is and you can get up clear, you better take that shot from 5 feet away.
Wide open shot for Scott. That one will rattle out of the bucket. Rebounded by Cooper. And down low
Give and
to
go.
Coates. And that's that high speed offense that Illini Bluffs team really likes to run.
Now Cooper is going to get called for the block. His first, team's first. But that was a great give and go from Coates to Alvey, back to Coates, and an easy bucket for Illini Bluffs, and they lead 6-2 here early in this one. It's 5:10 to go in the first quarter.
Back out to Scott on the corner as they're going to pass it around and try to find a spot to get inside to Jacko. Three-pointer by Himes will go in. That was a nice shot on the corner. Going to lose the ball. Gerhardt, wide open shot for Himes. He's got Alvey behind him, and he'll lay it in. And that will take the lead, 7-6. Got to be careful on those fast breaks with Alvey right behind you. He really likes to block shots, and he's quite capable of it as well. Open to Cooper. Three-pointer will be off. Rebounded by Stevenson. He puts one up. Rebounded by Jacko.
Oh, nice pass. Lemaire had some bounce passes in the last game, was fantastic, but that was a great fake left and wrap around right pass.
4 minutes remaining. 9-6 as Alvey's going to go up, and that one will fall for him as well.
Kazmarek with the assist. Alvey gets a 6-point. 9-8 Titans. Scott for 3.
That one will be off. It'll be
and
foul.
Gerhardt is going to pick up the foul. His first, team's first. And a CB timeout here at Bushnell Prairie City High School. We'll take a break as well on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
Welcome back to BPC High School. 3:47 remaining in this first quarter. 9-8 still your score, as the Titans doing well as we got a picked up pace than their normal game against the Tigers. TCSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. Titans coming out of the huddle, as it will be Tiger ball. Cooper going to be passing out probably to Coates, as Gerhardt's looking like a little half press.
A little man pressure, just to harass a little to come up the floor, not let him walk up easily.
Cooper takes the ball, down low to Alvey, and Alvey's got Himes beat. Will miss that one. He's going to try and re-go, and that one will be good.
Give him 8 points.
He had a perfect line, perfect inside position on Himes. As Lemare's going to drive out, drive by Gerhardt. Pass out to Jacko. Titans going to try and find something to get the lead back. Himes going to drive inside, and he'll fake out Coates, and he'll lay that one in.
His 7th point of the quarter.
And in is Devin White for the Tigers. It's going to be turned over, stolen right back by him, as he'll lose that one. Good defense by Scott to kind of lose that.
He wanted to kick that ball. Did you see Devin Wise? He raced in and went out of bounds. He wanted to kick it. He started to, and then he's like, oh, I can't do that. I'm not in the gym at home playing with a bunch of buddies. The officials will not like it if I do that.
2:45 remaining in this first quarter. Another shot by Himes. That one rolls out. Rebounded by Devin White. Cooper's going to take the three. That one's going to be off. Rebounded by Lemaire. Lemaire's got a nice fast break going right over to Scott, and he'll lay that one up. Ooh, and they'll call the foul on Devin White.
That'll be his first. Team second. Gage Scott shooting 2 free throws for the Titans.
First shot is good. One thing that kind of hurt the Tigers last time we saw them, not today but yesterday, was foul shooting was just not their forte. They're going to hope to change that this go round, as he makes both. 13-10.
Nolan Hurt replaces Gage Scott.
White brings it up the court.
One sophomore for another.
Passes out Alvey down low. He's got the entire team on him and lets Kazmarek right through. And he lays that one up.
Kazmarek cutting without the basketball. Moving without the basketball gets you some open looks sometimes, and did it right there.
Especially against a player like Alvey, who's got a lot of pressure already on him. He looks to block that one. Down low goes Hurt. Gets all over that one.
3-on-1, 2-on-1.
Goes to Coates, and he'll. Ooh,
he was out of bounds.
Off his shoulder.
That was.
I don't know if he went to shoot it or went to do a pass alley-oop on the side.
I think he was trying to pass it, to be honest with you. I don't think he could shoot it, and he knew it. He was trying to do something else with it. 1:48 to go in the first quarter. It's 13-12 Titans over the Tigers. And Alec Holmes is going to lose it out of bounds. Himes, not Holmes.
1:40 remaining. Still close game, 13-12. Coates hits that one out to Cooper, who will bring it right back to Coates. Kazmarek up top, hands over to White. Down low, Alvey's just trying to get around Himes the best he can.
Himes is beating on him
Oh,
down
yeah.
there, too. One of those deals, you don't let him go through the line without touching
Right
him.
to Kazmarek, and he's got the open shot, misses. It's going to be out on Himes, however. And Himes is pretty much the perfect player to put against Alvey, as he's a little smaller, but he's got the weight difference in his favor.
Off to the right of the screen there, you could see where Coach Dahl was talking to the official about Alvey going through Himes to knock that ball away. Had a brief conversation with him and not liking it. I know that somebody's taller and they can go over the top without fouling you, but you can't let them just because they're taller go through somebody either.
Out to Cooper, 2.
A three.
4-3.
For Toby Cooper.
Cooper had 2 good screens out in that corner to set up that shot.
1 minute remaining here in quarter number 1. Lemaire drives. Himes for 3 left corner. An air ball. And Kazmarek literally had a full hold of Jacko's
The standing arm bar.
Yeah.
Jacko went to grab that one and realized he only had one hand by the time he got up there.
At least Kazmarek didn't complain about that foul
Yeah.
call. 45 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Cooper up on Lemaire. Lemaire going to do a turnaround fadeaway, and that will miss. 38 seconds remaining as Devin White gets the ball. Pass down to Kazmarek. He's going to lose the ball. Picked up by Coates. Passes over to Cooper. Cooper takes the 3. He'll miss that one. 23 seconds remaining as Gerhardt tries to come down with it. So going to be a scrum for the ball. And they'll
I think
call
Kazmarek's going to get another call. And Kazmarek's talking to the official. Kazmarek likes to talk. There's no doubt about that.
100%.
And the official instantly pulled the mask out and said something back to him. 17.9 seconds remaining, 15-13. The Tigers lead the Titans now, and they'll have one chance. Well, I guess you could have more than one, but they'll have at least one shot to tie it or take a lead here for the Titans.
Looks over to Scott, passes out to Gerhardt. 8 seconds remaining as Lemaire pulls over a 3-pointer. That will go in. So Hurt will take the lead right at the end of the quarter. 16-15 and will be the score at the end of the first. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back for the second quarter of action.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Welcome back to BPC High School, beginning of the second quarter as the Titans lead the Tigers 16-15. Tiger ball. 4 fouls versus 1 for the Tigers.
Wyatt Hindle is in for Illini Bluffs.
Stolen by Lemaire. That one's going to be just a little bit behind Himes, so he'll lose it.
Coates is going to kick it out of bounds, though. Sometimes it's kind of like throwing a back shoulder fade to a receiver, right? The trailing defensive player has no chance, and that's what happened. Coates was trying to catch up to it. When it came back at him, he couldn't avoid it, and it went right off his leg out of bounds.
That one's going to be pushed by White as he lost control, trying to get a steal.
That'll be his second foul, team's 5th. Devin White has 2, Ben Kazmarek has 2, and Toby Cooper has 1 for Illini Bluffs. Just 1 foul for Brian Gerhardt for the Titans.
Bluffs are going to have to watch the fouls, getting closer in this one. Back down to Hurt as he gets trapped, pulls out to Lemaire. He's going to look to pass right back to him. And that will be for a 3. Second 3 for Hurt.
Give him 6 points on the contest.
That makes it 19-15. Devin White right back at it, trying to get an answer. Coates going to try and go down with it. Howard loses the ball as Himes going to come up with it.
I'm going to tell you, Coach needs to worry less about pushing off and more about holding on to the basketball.
Hurt loses the ball a little bit. Down low to Jacko. Jacko right underneath the basket.
Well, Alvey was there, and he knew it.
3-pointer for Himes will miss. Rebounded by Alvey.
And Gerhardt's going to pick up his second foul.
Gerhardt's arm pretty much trapped inside.
He's got them both. He's monopolizing the fouls so far for the Titans.
Well, if you got to be good at one thing, at least be the best at it.
That's what you said, wasn't it?
100%. Pass out to White.
See, I was good at fouling without getting caught. That was my goal. See how many fouls I could have without getting called for fouls.
3-pointer will be made.
Hendel.
Nice shot by Hendel. Yeah. Well, it's kind of hard to get fouls in without being caught when you get, 30 seconds of game time. I was not good at basketball. 6 minutes remaining here, 19-18. As both teams keeping it close. A travel on Himes. Coming in is Gage Scott.
Going to replace Gerhardt.
Gerhardt will sit down, get a little break.
So Jacko will be on Alvey. Himes will be on Coates. And Himes is about the same height as Coates. He don't have much height on him. And they're fighting already.
Going to be a screen high-low. Alvey's going to pick it up, run about 5 steps.
And went off the bottom of the rim and hit Himes in the back of the head. Himes didn't even have a chance to react to that. It came back at him so quick. 5:50 to go in the first half. 19-18 is the score.
Coates gets the ball in the corner, passes out. Cooper will give it right back to Coates. However, he cannot get a hold of it. And he'll say off Coates last.
Yeah, Coates didn't even argue about it, so that tells me it must have been right.
Yep.
Didn't even hesitate. He just turned around and started walking away. If the official didn't know the answer, he knew it as soon as Coates walked away.
Lemaire up against Cooper. He's going to do a spin move, turn around to Himes. Himes going to try and go baseline. Coates stopped that one. But he's going to, that was
nice move.
Nice little fake to get onto that little bit of the left side to get Alvey focused on swatting over here to get the nice layup. 21-18. As the Titans have done a great job of keeping up with this Tigers team.
They're going to call Coates with a block and a hold on Himes. They've been battling this. Instant Himes went on Coates, they started fighting. Coates picks up his first, team foul number 6. That means the bonus coming the rest of the way for the Titans.
That's pretty much Himes' game plan, is to get into his opponent's head and fluster him, and boys, hit working.
You can do it to Coates. Coates is a junior, but he if anything, if I've seen anything from that kid, it's the unfortunate availability of getting worked up.
Pass out to Lemaire.
4:54 remaining.
Does a quick move, passes out to Hurt. It's going to go right back to him.
He likes to jump stop and spin, and that's very easy to get called for travel. Great steal by Devin White there.
Perfect placement of the hand. It's going to go right back to Hendel. Hendel will take a 3. This one will be off. Picked up by Alvey, and Alvey's going to do a reverse.
And Hurt is down there.
Finally.
And Alvey is going to pick up the foul, and Hurt will go down and shoot the one in bonus.
That was kind of a...
How does Hurt get that rebound down there?
That's tenacity.
He is the smallest kid on the floor, and he is a full foot shorter than Alvey, and they're going to take a timeout. Is Illini Bluffs a full timeout?
4:23 remaining in this second quarter. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is brought to you by Bushnell Banking Center. Bushnell Banking Center, located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, offers full-service banking and loan services for all of your banking needs. Come visit the Bank of Friendly Service or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Bushnell Banking Center is an equal housing lender and member FDIC. Also brought to you by Webb Family Farms. Webb Family Farms has been growing corn, soybeans, and Spartans for 5 generations. Nathan, Lisa, Jamie, Cyrus, Terry, and Linda wish all BPC athletes good luck this season. Also brought to you by Heil Enterprises. Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking can take your product down the road, near or far, and offers top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support BPC athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41 south of Prairie City, or call them at 309-775-3333.
4:23 remaining in the first half. 21-18 is the score. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, what your favorite team is. We've had some great West Hancock, and a free throw is good for Hurt. Some great West Hancock and Illini Bluffs fans watching, so let us know who you're cheering for, where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you.
Second shot is off, rebounded by Jacko. He'll pull the ball out to Himes. He'll get the offense set up again. Picks up the ball way high as Lemaire's going to try and do some up against Cooper. The blow right past him, finds the open man in Hurt, and Hurt will let that one go. That will be off. We'll say off of Hurt, so Tiger basketball.
I don't know if that was off Hurt or Himes, but
it was off Titan.
Yeah, it was. You might have been right. It might have hit Hurt's foot because I saw Hurt go after it, and they're going to call Jacko for a foul. You're having a bad day when you cheer for that foul.
That's one of the things when you kind of look around and take gauge of the audience. Looks like West Hancock surely has the advantage in fans, as right below us are a good number of West Hancock fans. As they'll take a COVID break, so will we, with 3:53 remaining. We'll be back right after this.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Welcome back to BPC High School. 3:53 remaining in this second quarter. 22-18 still your score. Titans are in the bonus, as the Tigers sure have had their fair share of fouls, 7 so far.
Yeah, it's been a one-sided affair in that department. The score hasn't been so one-sided, but the foul department has been a little more one-sided. But I think that's partially because Illini Bluffs is trying to play a little more up-tempo forced defense.
Indeed. They're going to come right down. Alvey right underneath the basket.
To Coates.
Excuse me, Coates.
That's Coates' first 2 of the second quarter. That's only the 5th point for.
Lemaire will take the off-balance shot.
Not real sure what the thought process was behind that shot. He's had a pretty good court awareness and everything, and Lemaire's going to pick up a foul, I think.
That is Jacko.
Is it going to be Jacko or Lemaire?
Probably Jacko.
Nope, it's Lemaire.
Wow.
Yeah, he blew it at the time Lemaire was reaching his arm in. That's the only reason why I thought maybe it might be Lemaire. But it could have been a late call, too. So after I said that, and you said Jacko, I'm like, oh, he might be right.
I didn't even see the hand there. That time out to Alvey, and he'll go down low. and in for the score. That will tie the game at 22. And we were talking earlier in the game about how both teams have a different style when it comes to playing, and West Hancock has matched styles with this Illini Bluffs team perfectly.
Yeah, they've focused on pushing the ball inside a lot, which I think a lot of people would have been surprised by a bit. But 3 minutes to go in the first half. It's knotted at 22, and this could be a good one down the stretch as well.
White about loses the ball.
Nolan Hurt knocked it away temporarily.
Quick pass, just wrong time to cut as he'll about lose it. Come back to Hendel. Hendel puts it over to Coates, who brings it over to Alvey. Jacko gets the rebound. On the other side, Lemaire going to try and find something against this defense. Cooper's been doing really good defensively against Lemaire. You know, Lemaire's had a couple of good shots, opportunities, and some nice assists, but other than that, Cooper's been doing really nice of shutting him down. As they pass out to Himes, he's going to try and do a spin move and takes the shot. Fouled on the way up as he'll get 2.
Coates is going to pick up his second, team's 8th. I'll tell you what, Himes did a great job there as he spun with his body to protect his left hand. Got Coates on the right side, knowing Coates is a little overzealous. So he spun with his right side to him, was going to shoot with the left, and Coates had to come through to get to the ball. That's exactly what happened, but he missed the first free throw.
Kazmarek coming in for Coates.
Kazmarek is back in with 2 fouls. White has 2, Coates has 2, Kazmarek has 2. Gearhart has 2 for the Titans as Himes makes the second.
That breaks the tie. So Titans up 23-22 with 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Jacko's going to get the nice steal as he looks out to Himes.
That is a matchup that Jacko will win on the regular right now. Now, in another year or two, is that the case? Maybe not, but right now, Jacko's going to win that battle.
He's going to lay that one up.
Hindle goes right side to Cooper. Cooper looks down low to Kazmarek, back out to White. White picked up by Hurt. Oh, what a crossover. Back to Kazmarek, a nice pass in the bucket.
Great offensive showing by White so far in those couple of plays.
1:24 remaining.
Hurls the pass over. They'll take.
I think that Himes stepped on the sideline, actually.
Might have been right on that line.
1:21 remaining in the first half. 25-24, Titans with the lead.
Still very close game, has been this entire time. As Cooper passes out to White. Going to get a little bit more motion as Alvey looks to play it in. Fouled on the way up. Will get 2 shots. Let's see who it's on this time.
30's Himes. Team foul number 5 for the Titans. Alvey's going to be at the free throw line for the first time, shooting 2.
That one's going to be way off. Like we talked about before, free throws are going to be the killer in this game if either team can't make them, especially with it being this close down 1. Alvey has a chance to tie it here. He will.
West Hancock is 4 for 6 from the free throw line.
Down low, open is Himes, and he's going to drop it right down a little bit too far as he's going to try and bounce it to Jacko, stolen by Hindle.
52 seconds remaining.
Three-pointer for White will go in. So Lemaire brings up the ball. 41 seconds remaining. He's going to dish it out to Hurt. He will stop, try to find some. Oh, he's going to get hit on the way down.
Alvey came from a backside help to knock that away with 25 seconds left now.
Back out to Hendel. White up top, 17 seconds remaining, as he's going to look to get the last shot. Great defense by West Hancock, as Kazmarek's going to pass it down to Alvey with 3 seconds remaining. Up top is Kazmarek. He's got to lay that one up, and it will go out. That was really close on the last second play. So the Illini Bluff Tigers keep the lead as we go to the halftime, 28-25. And we'll get some stats compiled, and we'll be back right next to you for our halftime show right after this.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Some farmers I know swear by a name. Say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver. Time Maximizer. Game Changer. I like those names.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room. Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
Welcome back to BPC High School. Halftime here as the Tigers have the lead 28-25 over the West Hancock Titans. As we get some of the stats, Titans have been playing pretty good defensively. A couple of shots late let the Tigers get the lead. But overall, Titans have been very, very well. A lot better than I thought they'd do against this fast-paced team.
Yeah, the Illini Bluffs Tigers doing a good job taking advantage of their height advantage, especially Hank Alvey, who's got a game-high 11 points. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. That's the only 2 free throws, actually, the Illini Bluffs shot the whole entire first half. He has 11 points, as I said. 3 points for Wyatt Hindle, 3 points for Devin White, 4 points for Brandon Coates, 3 points for Toby Cooper, and 4 points for Ben Kazmarek. For the West Hancock Titans, A team high 8 points for Alec Himes, 7 points for Nolan Hurt, 2 points for Brian Gerhardt, 2 points for Colin Lemaire, 2 points for Gage Scott, and 4 points for Luke Jacko. They are 4 of 6 from the charity stripe. It was 8 fouls to 5 in the first half for the, in favor of, I guess the least would be the favor of, so West Hancock had less than Illini Bluffs, and it will be West Hancock basketball to open the second half of play.
Went to change over to the second quarter, and instead it was in the first overtime, as that shouldn't happen. Anyway, I'll try to figure that out as we get set up. Overall, when it comes to the Tigers, Albie having a pretty great game. Down low, able to utilize his length. There we are. Yeah, well, we're going to get it figured out.
I'll take care of this. You worry about that.
TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is brought to you by Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell. For over 100 years, Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell has been servicing the local community's needs for a personal and business bank, as well as home and agricultural lending. And its trust department stopped by the main branch at 484 East Main Street or their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. F&M is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Also brought to you by M&B Furniture, Bristol's only furniture store. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles for everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish a new old one. Stop in and see the fine folks at 481 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.mbfurnitureiinc.com. You can also call 309-772-2111. TSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital athletic trainers and the MDH Rehabilitation Center, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, provide expert help to Spartan student athletes in prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. As you can see, the Macomb and BPC players getting warmed up. Their game will be right after this one, as Macomb will take the championship for the tournament.
Yeah, it's all done. You know, I said there's this game that's going on right now really doesn't mean nothing, and really, as far as the tournament goes, the next game doesn't mean anything. But you can tell by the way these teams are playing that it does mean something, because it's early in the year. They're trying to get things figured out and honed in as they move along. And Illini Bluffs is young. So every time you get on the court, if you're Illini Bluffs, it's important. And I think you can see how that is working for them. They are pushing every time they get out there, and they're getting better every time they get out there. And West Hancock is learning that firsthand tonight.
West Hancock also has some big players like Jacko, Himes, and Scott, trying to get more reps with juniors and sophomores. As one player that I think has kind of been a little slow tonight has been Lemaire. As he came out, he was a little fast, couple of turnovers early. He's had some good plays, but he's normally the slow-paced, methodical, and the Bluffs Tigers have really sped him up a little bit and made him a little anxious about his next move.
Yeah, he seems to be pushing the issue a little differently than he has in other games, and I'm not real sure why that is. He's still taking pretty good care of the basketball, but he's allowed himself to get in a few positions that you would probably rather him not be in. But I'm sure that Coach Dahl talked to him and everybody else. And right now, if you look to the left of the screen, Miles is just sitting there not doing anything.
Of course.
But Coach Dahl is talking to Lemaire right now at about the top of the key, giving him some ideas on what to do as they work through stuff here.
Finally, Miles pays attention.
And Illini Bluffs isn't even hardly going to get out on the floor in time.
That's one thing that I've seen from them over this entire tournament pretty much. They're a lot more focused on let's get into the locker room, let's take a breather, talk it out. We don't really need to go back and, shoot around or anything like that. We're warmed up already in the game. Might as well keep it going. Coach Snyder down low. Hasn't really got dressed up for.
He hasn't got dressed for the game yet, has he? Or maybe he has.
Or maybe he has, We have seen him in some crazy fashion outfits the past few years of coaching. And it seems like maybe a white shirt with matching Spartan shorts might do it. So, starters for this West Hancock Titans team. Gerhardt is out there with Lemaire, with Scott, Jacko, and Himes. Up against them. Oh, wide open shot for Himes, and he'll take that one. It will be off, but a nice take there as Coates will bring it up the floor. Coates out there with Cooper, Alvey, White, and Kazmarek. Kazmarek sets the screen for Alvey. Alvey going to come around, post up against Himes. And a nice pick there by Gerhardt to turn around, sees a posted up Alvey and just let the ball loose. 3-pointer for Gerhardt, and that one will be off again. Rebounded by Himes. He's going to do a spin move underneath Coates. Dishes it out to Scott. That one will fall. And that will tie the game at 28. Coates going to try and push the issue. However, he loses it, and it will be.
He was hoping somebody else touched it, but nobody else did.
Well, when you motion it first, that means you're right.
It's good in theory. Doesn't work very good in practicality, though. 7 minutes just under here to go in the third quarter.
Lemaire brings up the ball.
Boy, that could have been a carry right there.
Jacko kicks out to Himes. Himes will shoot it again. That time will fall. Himes is getting better and better at shooting every game that they play. 31-28 as Alvey gets the ball. Post up is Kazmarek. If they could have got the ball to him right there, he would have had an easy score. As they dish it back out to White up top. Cooper will take the shot, and he'll drain it right in Lemaire's face.
So Illini Bluffs is 1-3 coming into this. West Hancock is 3-1.
That's out to Scott. Scott will get a roll. 3-pointer for Lemaire. That one will be off and over the backboard. Could see the entire bench stand up after that three, thinking that was going perfectly in. As we pass the 6-minute mark.
Or maybe trying to will it in.
Hey, you got to pray. Pass out to Coates. Dwight's going to go and try down low, and he'll let one up. Miss, rebounded by Himes. He's going to try and push the issue. He's got Alvey right behind him. Miss, rebounded by Alvey. Oh, and he hits it off of Himes to get it out of bounds right into Jacko's.
Himes had got it back inbounds in time.
Right into Jacko's hands.
That's not even fair.
Nice spin move. However, he loses the ball picked up by Jacko. And Gerhardt's going to try and go around to this four corner.
Devin White got hit in the face down there last trip down the floor offensively prior to that little turnover right there. And took a little bit of help getting down the floor. So
3-pointer for Gerhardt. That one will miss. Rebounded by Scott. Scott will be blocked by Coates, but it looks like he's going to get
he got
foul.
blocked by Coates. You're right.
Yep.
Foul on Coates, his third, team's first. You're exactly right. He got
He
blocked
did
by
get
Coates. Coach blocked the player, not the ball.
Less
That's
of
the problem.
Hank Olajuwon and more of.
First one is good. Kate Scott.
34-31 is your score.
A little more Charles Barkley.
A little bit more.
A little less Akeem Olajuwon for old school NBA fans out there. 34-31 is the score. 4:59 to go in the third quarter.
That one rolls out, rebounded by Kazmarek.
Cooper's going to push it down in a hurry to Stevenson, who's in the game. He hasn't played for a while.
Picked
Taken
up
away
by Himes. Lemaire's going to push the issue.
Across it goes to Scott. He's going to drive. Skips it out to Himes for 3.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. As they keep on dishing out to Himes on this corner.
Largest lead of the game now, 37-31.
As he stepped out of bounds.
Stevens is like, I didn't even realize I was that close to the sideline. Are you sure I stepped out of bounds? He looked up at the referee, looked down at the line again, looked back up at the referee. Never said anything, but
just a little confused.
Discombobulated with that call.
Himes gets through. Lemaire going to try and drive and does a nice pass. Himes pulls up, takes the 2, missed, rebounded, as Kazmarek will get his 3rd foul.
Kazmarek is going to get the foul, and he's going to complain about that one as well.
That was 100%. That wasn't even something you can really complain about. He had his arm completely wrapped around him as Jacko tried to grab the ball.
Third team second.
4:03 remaining.
Himes. Fade away, short, Jacko. Gerhardt for 3, it's good.
Net barely moved on that one. Just a perfect shot by Gerhardt. Make this a 9-point game. Illini Bluffs got to do something to get right back into this. Down to Alvey, D'ing up. Oh, almost stolen by Scott, but he'll get the ball up. Will get fouled.
Alvey is banging down there, and I'll tell you what, if Himes takes a flop there, he probably gets a charge call.
Probably.
Himes is going to get the foul.
Just judging by, you can see how he's playing, you can tell Alvey sees the situation he's in down 9. He needs to get something fast.
And it is the mask timeout.
So with that mask timeout, we'll step out real quick. 3:39 remaining in this 3rd quarter, 40-31. We'll be back right after this.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
Welcome back to BPC High School. 3:39 remaining in this 3rd quarter. This is our Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is brought to you by MTC Communications. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in 2021. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability. Also brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best in 2017, 18, 19, and again in 2020. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell.
Alvey, who's 1 for 2 from the free throw line, has got 2 more coming here. And those guys are banging down low.
Type of game that pretty much might have been a Titan focus point to get, as Alvey will score that first one. If you can go against the team that's got a bigger height advantage, you got to be physical underneath to really make sure that it does work. Second one will fall. Lemaire bringing up the ball. He passes out to Gerhardt. Illini Bluffs back into a 3-2, more of like a 1-2-2 now. As they skip pass over to Himes. Now they're picking up the speed. Open shot for Scott. He'll take it.
It's a 2-1-2 or a 3-2. I'm not real sure which it is. The middle is sucked down quite a ways.
Yeah.
It's not a 1-2-2. It could be a 3-2 or a 2-1-2. We saw them play that against, or Illini West play that against Macomb earlier today. And
he's going to travel?
Call for travel. But it worked very well against Macomb early in that game for Illini West. So
overall, Illini Bluffs has always had a really nice zone defense. A lot of times 1-2-2, even 3-2. As up close as Gerhardt trying to get a steal.
2:50 remaining in the third quarter.
Himes just tips that one, and that's a great defensive play by Himes to get his hand right in front of Alvey as that comes around.
How Alvey got knocked down, I think, there. Maybe he chased the ball out of bounds, but it sure looked like he was getting a little shoving action going on.
Hey, if the refs didn't see it, no one saw it.
Only counts if it's called.
2:35 remaining as they skip pass over to Himes. He's going to take the ball inside, and he's going to get one up, missed, rebounded by Cooper.
Alvey tried to block it from behind. I don't think he got the job done, but he did trail defensively and try to block it.
White picks up the ball, passes out to Alvey.
The thing about
up for Kazmarek, and that one will drop.
Thing about Alvey is when he's trailing you and you know he's trailing you, you can't lay that high off the glass.
Oh, yeah.
Himes had to lay it up quick against the glass, and he didn't get it up high enough.
Pass out, three-pointer for Scott. Will fall.
Scott. Kazmarek talking as he's going down the bench, and the West Hancock bench, every one of them standing up in his face talking back to him.
1:38 remaining in this third quarter as Alvey's definitely got pushed there down low.
I think it was more of a hook.
Don't know if it was a
it was Jacko, more of a hook. His second, team's second. Jacko more or less hooked him with his left leg. Kind of almost tried to lift him with his left leg.
You could see down low both Jacko and Himes just putting a hurting on Kazmarek and Alvey. Nice tip there by Lemaire on the tip, on the skip pass.
Hey, Coach Schneider changed his clothes.
Now we've got a nice khaki polo combo, really showing off the golf coach team. Look.
Oh, nice move, but it couldn't finish, and it's going to go off of Himes out of bounds. And you see Alvey right there as he was put his hands on his head saying, man, I got to finish that shot. A good move and just couldn't get the finish.
He's had a couple of really good looks down low that he just really hasn't had the luck to convert on. As they'll go up to Himdall. That one will go off. Rebounded by Lemaire. Down to Himes. He's going to look to pass. Skip pass over to Gerhardt. Gerhardt will take a three. That one will be off. Rebounded by Hendel.
Coates is not in the game right now, so Illini Bluffs is a little shorter. Under a minute to go in the third quarter now.
Cooper passes in for Alvey. Alvey looking around. 45 seconds. Hendel kicks it in to Kazmarek, and he'll get the score. 3-point play opportunity for Kazmarek.
Fouls on Jacko, his third. Team's third. Kazmarek, old-fashioned three-point play. Brandon Coach checking in as Hendel takes a seat. 42.2 seconds to go. 6-point game, chance to make it a 5-point game if Kazmarek can make the free throw. He will not. Well, he will.
I thought for sure that was going out, and then it hit right in the front of the rim, rolls right back. 38-43 now with 35 seconds left.
I never had any of it, but I think they call that shooter's touch.
Maybe. Better luck.
Yeah. If I did it, it would be luck.
Pass out to Gerhardt. Lemaire loses the ball on the pass.
It was tipped over by Cooper.
So with 14 seconds left.
Sorry, go ahead.
Lemaire is going to take a couple of extra steps as Scott lets that one loose. Rebounded by Gerhardt, and he's going to get completely smacked on the head. Now that was a great job by Gerhardt to keep the ball just a little bit longer than normally he would, as he saw Alvey just completely full hand ready to smack it down, and he'll get 2 shots.
Alvey gets the foul, his second, team's third. Gerhardt at the free throw line shooting 2. First one is good. Trying to make it a 3-possession game here with 3.5 seconds left in the third quarter.
And he will. One second left. Cooper with the shot, and he'll nail it. So on the running 3, that'll make it 45-41 to get set for this fourth quarter. We'll step out, take a real quick break, and be back here in 30 seconds.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
Yeah.
Welcome back to BPC High School. Set up for the fourth quarter. 45-41 is your score as the Titans are up. TSSR Game Time Live is brought to you by Rosie's Pizza. Rosie's Pizza offers something for everyone with pasta, sandwiches, and of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101. Tiger ball as Kazmarek will dish the ball out. Cooper will take it baseline. He's going to travel. Good defense by Lemaire to stop that one. Lemaire takes the ball. High screen for Jacko. He's going to fade out, and he'll take the three-pointer. That one's just going to be off. And, man, he really should have just stayed in his position and waited for the rebound as he went right back to defense before, and that ball went right back to him. Cooper gets the ball, and he's going to take baseline, passes out to Alvey. Alvey up top. He looks around, passes over to Coates. Coates for the three will miss, rebounded by Lemaire, and Kazmarek will get his fourth.
It might be on Cooper. Hold on a second.
It will be on Cooper.
Nothing better could have happened today for Illini Bluffs in this game than that right there.
100%. Kazmarek getting his fourth would pretty much make him stay out for most of this fourth quarter. Gerhardt up top to Himes. Himes does a little fake, passes out to Lemaire. As motion goes down through. Himes up top. Trying to find something down low. He's going to do a spin move. Yeah. Goes through to Gerhardt. Gerhardt gets three people in his face. Packs out to Himes. And now the Titans just trying to find anything.
He needs to take it right at Kazmarek. Kazmarek cannot stay with him.
And he does. Passes out to Gerhardt. Gerhardt with the three, and he'll nail it. (48-41). As that one goes down. Picked right back up by Coates, and he'll pick it up, and he's got to get rid of it quick. Ooh, and down goes Gerhardt, and that was a hard shot. Missed shot by Coates. And we got multiple players down low.
Looks like Gerhardt might have an injury. He's walking off.
He got hit hard right in the face, landed bleeding right down. Can't see anything when it comes to that.
They're going to send him off.
Yeah, I think he needs to take a breather. He took a hard shot.
48-41 still the score after all that.
Yep.
6:10 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Cooper looks at a screen to Kazmarek. White tries to get something going, passes out. Slow down and try to find anything going. Coates keeps the ball, passes out to White. sees Kazmarek, but so does Himes as he's able to touch it and get it out. That was good thinking by Himes as Kazmarek had his man beat.
Good backside help by Himes coming over, and that's what they've been doing. They've been closing this down low, down with the backside help.
It's going to be a pass over to Coates. Coates is going to do a spin move and let his length do the talking, and it will not work for the first time, but it will for the second. 2 points for Coates.
Give him 6 on the contest.
It's going to go over to Jacko, and Jacko's shot just misses, rebounded by Kazmarek.
Coach Dahl over there saying go up strong because he didn't. He kind of just lofted it up there instead of going up strong.
Hurt will get the foul, blocking foul.
That'll be the first on Hurt, 4th on the team. Gerhardt checking back in.
Still holding that nose a little bit.
Well, I think it's his cheek or lip, actually.
That's something on his face.
Yeah, it might be his whole face. I don't know.
As Lemaire will, and it'll be a
call
foul.
An offensive foul. 32, Alvey. Trying to
push him out of the way using that elbow, and that just will not
Well,
work.
he showed a hook call. He's trying to hook somebody from getting somewhere, it looked like. Well, I missed what it was. It was away from the ball a little bit.
It's going to be a double dribble.
How did he double dribble that? He picked it up and passed it, didn't he?
I don't know. In any case, Cooper takes the ball out to the wing. Pass out to White.
4:40 remaining in the basketball game. Still a 5-point game.
Alvey up on Jacko. Coates with the shot will go in. Nice shot on the elbow. Makes it a 3-point game with 4:30 remaining. Lemaire passes out to Scott, and he'll nail it. Another 3 for this Titans team. White going to try and push the pressure.
Third 3 of the game.
Out to Hendel.
That's going to go off of White out of bounds, isn't it?
Right off his arms.
That's when you want to get a pass across to somebody fast and hard, but, man, sometimes you can take a little bit off of it, and that was a rocket right at Devin White's face, and he couldn't control it. 4 minutes remaining, halfway through the fourth quarter.
Scott goes down low, and he'll lay that one up, blocked by Coates. And that was a really nice block.
You cannot come in here. There's a White for 3.
Rebounded, but got by Coates for the 2.
You cannot go in and do those low running layups or from the hip layups through the lane here. This team is too long. You can't do that.
Got to go up 2-hand strong layup.
If you got to go up strong or just don't go up.
Pulls out to Scott. He's going to look his way around. Gerhardt up top is going to go down to replace with Lemaire. Lemaire takes the shot, will be good. Nice mid-range jumper. Makes it 53-47.
3 minutes remaining.
Alvey goes up top, and that will be good. And man, just the height difference. By the time he gets jumped up, he's pretty much just neck and neck right there with the basket. 2:44 remaining as Lemaire's going to try and slow down the pressure.
He'll make this longer than it has to be.
He's going to dish low, a nice pass to Jacko. .55-40.
Lemaire has turned into a complete facilitator for the most part. Oh, good hustle by Hendel to get that ball back.
Top to Coates, over to White. White up and out. Pretty much stolen right out of the hands by Alvey and up for Coates. Coates really coming back in this fourth quarter to help the Tigers.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes remaining.
4 minutes, 4-point spread.
What is it with you in 4 minutes?
I don't know what it is.
We don't want this to be another 4 minutes. Or at least I don't want it to be another 4 minutes. And unless you're pointing out that overtime is 4 minutes.
Back out to Scott, wide open to Gerhardt.
They have no reason to shoot this at all. 1:33, and a timeout's going to be called by Coach Dahl and the West Hancock Titans. It'll be the COVID timeout. You believe that? Minute 32 to go.
And a COVID
timeout finally is what we're going to get called here.
TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is brought to you by the Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. For all of this, only $42 per year or $38 per year if you are 65 or older. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandonsville. Also brought to you by Good Hope Gardens. Good Hope Gardens, located at 445 East Main Street in Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School. Open April to October, so they are sadly closed right now, but coming up in the spring and summer months, once it hits April, 10 to 6 p.m. and Saturday to 10 to 4 p.m. for all your fresh produce needs. Be sure to follow our Facebook page for daily updates. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. Also brought to you by Hensley Grain. Hensley Grain in rural Bushnell has a long family history of taking an active role in the BPC school district and especially Spartan athletics. Good luck, Spartans, in 2021 and enjoy this athletic campaign.
Well, for Jeff Borders, if he's listening, 92 seconds remain. 55-51. He loves it when I do that. I do it just for him.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Once I started doing it, and he said he didn't like it, I had to do it whenever I think of it. I know you probably find that hard to believe.
No. Dwayne does something that annoys other people?
Just
Never.
on purpose? No.
1:18 remaining as Lemaire's just going to keep on dribbling this one out. And he's going to go low. He's going to take the shot, and that will go in.
We don't want a shot unless you get a layup. Okay, Coach, got it.
Got it. 57-51 as they go down low to Alvey. And Alvey's going to put the ball up, and he'll make that one. And timeout.
57.6 seconds remaining. 57-53 is the score, and we'll keep it here. We've played enough commercials. We've got a 30-second timeout here at BPC High School, Bushnell, Illinois. It is the Tigers of Illini Bluffs trailing the Titans of West Hancock by 4. Just under a minute to go. Have you been keeping track of timeouts?
Yes.
4 timeouts left for the Titans, 3 for the Tigers. And you have not. They're still up on the scoreboard.
Timeouts. I thought you meant fouls. I forgot we even had timeouts on the score. First week, I'm still getting used to the basketballs. Was used to football.
We had timeouts on football too.
Well, yeah, but 3, a little different. Anyway, 52 seconds left as Gerhardt gets right trapped into the baseline, and Lemaire's going to get past him. Alvey up top now. They'll pass out to.
Boy, you got a foul here.
Yep.
They tried.
There they go.
Alvey tried to foul, and then know if he's going to get it or not. Problem is, they got another foul to give before they get a chance to get the ball back. 38 seconds on the dot left. Devin White checking back in. Hendel is going to take a seat. 38.0 seconds left.
They're going to call a holding call on Cooper.
That should be a 1 in bonus.
Should be indeed.
Colin Lemaire.
There we are.
There should be like a 5-second runoff if you foul before the clock starts.
First shot for Lemaire will be short. A little tipped up, rebounded by Coates. 35 seconds left. Out to Cooper, and he's going to drive and take the shot. And this one will be missed, rebounded by Heimel. That's going to be off the backboard, picked up and stolen by Lemaire. And he's just going to get bowled over.
And that'll be 5 on Alvey.
So he will.
32, Hank Alvey picks up the foul. That's his 5th, teammate.
That was not the person you really wanted to foul in that situation.
Well, he's not really a three-point shooter, I don't think, so you probably don't mind there. You just got to get a foul with 18 seconds left. Looks like Josh Vaughn checking in for the Tigers. Lemaire is going to have another one in bonus here. Missed the first front end. Can he make the second front end? 18.0 seconds remaining, so exactly half from the last time he shot.
That one
missed,
out.
but Himes with the rebound. He's going to be fouled.
Get hit right in the face, so that'll be 2.
And Coates was not going to let him get an easy bucket.
Not at all.
And you can't really blame him. That's 4 on Coates. A basket there makes that really, really hard. Is 16.1 seconds. Himes is going to be shooting 2 now.
First one will go in. Makes it a 5-point game, so they will take a timeout.
Illini Bluffs takes a full timeout. So 16.1 seconds. If Himes can make this one, it's a complete 2-possession game. Best case scenario. You hit 2 threes in 16 seconds, and that's without the other team making a free throw. So this is a big free throw for Himes to get this to a 6-point game. And then even if you turn the ball over, trying to get it back in bounds after a made 3, you can't lose the game. They can only tie it.
Should be 2 shots for Himes. Has Himes shot?
He shot the first one and made it.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
I knew you would be.
58, 53.
Justin Hood, I knew you would be.
Got 83. 83 watches right now. Thank you for everybody that has watched over this entire tournament.
Before we get out of here, tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. It's a close game down the stretch. We'd love to have our live chat alive and well, but it's been pretty quiet today. Extremely quiet, in fact. So let us know who you're cheering for. I had some Illini Bluffs fans cheering, talking to us earlier in the first game of the day. So maybe you can get them riled up down the stretch here. Himes hits the second one. Coates can't waste any time. You got to take a 3.
Cooper's going to lose that one. Coates going to look to shoot. He'll do it right with Gerhardt, and Gerhardt will foul.
I don't know that Gerhardt really fouled him, but he was in a position to be called for a foul, whether he actually fouled him or not at all.
That'd be the James Harden foul. As it looks like Coates went to shoot and pretty much put his hands right around Gerhardt to shoot. First one will go.
Good. Coates has 9 points in this quarter.
These are really important shots right here.
Yeah, if you don't get both of these, all 3 of these, it's no chance. Made the first 2. 4.9 seconds remaining. And he did hit all 3. Timeout on the floor, charged to Illini Bluffs.
Illini Bluffs, it is a full timeout.
Full timeout, and they're down by 3, 59-56, 4.9 seconds remaining. One more off there, bud.
Well, the scoreboard was a little slow.
Oh, gotcha.
Calm down.
Well, it went down to 2. It went down 2 of them. It didn't go down to the third one. I saw you click it.
59-56.
4.9 seconds. You pretty much have to get a steal here, or if you get a foul, they can't make a free throw. That's where you're at. I mean, you're not going to have a whole lot of time to get a good shot either if they have to run the length of the floor after a missed free throw. They will be shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way, will the Titans. So the double bonus.
4.9 seconds remaining, down 3.
Jack Murphy and Wyatt Hendel checking in for fouling purposes. This is where they would insert Kenny Suter into the game, too.
Oh, yeah. Hendel has already hit 1 3 today. We have not seen Jack Murphy in the game so far.
No, they're in for fouling purposes, not shooting purposes.
Well, you know, it always helps to have somebody that can actually shoot also on the court.
and Jacko is all alone down the floor, and he came out of the huddle and kind of just snuck down there. And he was almost left open. At the last second somebody saw him. Lemaire's going to have it. And he's going to be fouled by Devin White. And, you know, really, you might see or hear some people yelling for a travel. It's going to be on Murphy. Team's 10th. But he might have really traveled.
Yeah, that was
before.
Kind of close.
Yeah.
We have Mandy Promiston watching from her front room. All about Illini Bluffs for this one. We finally get one person to watch.
We got more people watching, one person to talk. And Lemaire hits
Knocks
the first
that
one, and that's
down.
the ball game, folks. That is the ball game. He missed the front end of 2 1-and-1s. And the last timeout.
Takes a last 30-second timeout.
Not real sure why you would take that, but unless you want to get somebody in the game, because you're not going to have 4 points in 3.5 seconds unless you're a miracle worker somehow. Unless
James Harden three-pointer.
Unless you get fouled on a three-pointer, but the odds of that happening with 3.5 seconds left are not very good.
But they're never 0.
Well, and the other thing, here's my thing. That's your last timeout. So let's say he misses this and you hurry up and get a 3 with 1 second left. They don't have to take the ball out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
as they come back onto the court. Coates and Kazmarek down low. Cooper Hendel up top.
Himes and Kazmarek having a little conversation down there. Missed it. Coates.
1 second. He's going to take it.
Loft it from half court. Off, no good.
So that will be the final score. 60-56 as the Titans are able to knock off the Illini Bluff Tigers. We'll be back right after this really quick break so we can get stats to you and get you set up for the final game of today with Macomb versus BPC. We'll be back right after this.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
We are here for the all-tournament team. First up, Hank Alvey will get it for Illini Bluffs. And Colin Lemaire will be the recipient for West Hancock.
And now to present the second place trophy for the 2021 Spartan Tip-Off Classic with the captains of the West Hancock Titans come forward to accept the trophy.
And the Titans get second place here with a 4-2 record.
4-1, actually.
4-1, excuse me. So, pretty much the Titans adjusted their game plan from being a more methodical, use a lot of screens to get men open down low. Started off really quick, hitting some threes, getting able to get an open lead, but it was never assured for either of these teams. They were back and forth the entire game. Great shooting by both teams, especially by Brandon Coates in that fourth quarter, as he scored around 10 in the fourth quarter alone. Also for the West Hancock Titans, pretty much took over was Himes on the defensive and offensive side of the court. Had some nice corner threes, and defensive just got all in the head of every single player he had down there, whether it be Brandon Coates, or Hank Alvey or Kazmarek, as Kazmarek and him had a few little nice conversations and chats down low. Final is 60-56. As you can see the trophy picture. And we'll get ready for BPC versus Macomb Bombers. This will be a real fun game between two pretty much rivals, as the two teams sitting right next to each other here. That's Coach Steve Martin coming onto the court with the rest of BPC. Dwayne's finishing up the little last of the stats. We'll say that if I can find the paper here, there it is. This TSR postgame show is brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer our Spartans on to victory. That's what we'll be doing here, as we can see BPC getting warmed up for their game against the Macomb Bombers. Macomb Bombers first in the tournament when it comes to the record through the whole round robin, versus Bushnell, who is 6th.
All right, so some stats for this one. Brian Gerhardt, 10 points, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Nolan Hurt, 7 points, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Colin Lemaire, 7 points, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Gage Scott, 12 points, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Alec Heim, 16 points, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. And Luke Jacko, 8 points. The Titans finished 10 of 16 from the free throw line. Wyatt Hindle had 3 points for Illini Bluffs. Devin White had 3 points. 15 points for Brandon Coates, 11 of those in the fourth quarter. 9 points for Toby Cooper. 17 points for Hank Alvey, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Brandon Coates was 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Ben Kazmarek, 9 points, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. They did finish 7 of 8 from the free throw line, but they shot less than the West Hancock Titans made, and that will lose you most games. 60-56 was the final. We'll get off of here, and we will come back in our other feed for the Spartans game against the Bombers in just a couple minutes. Hopefully Coach Dahl will talk to us on the start of that game as well. We'll be back on our next stream, which oddly enough is the last stream of the tournament. We see you in a few minutes.